Welcome to Worth It or Worthless, a show where every couple weeks we pull a game from my own personal collection of retro games, take off our nostalgia tint the glasses, and decide, is the game good by today's standards and is it worth the price of admission? We talk about what the game does well, what the game doesn't do so well, and the things that are just plain weird. I'm your host, Dan, joined as always by my friend Jordan. Jordan, what are we getting to today?
Today we played Super Mario Strikers for the Nintendo GameCube. Super Mario Strikers is a story of the Mario gang signing up for their local hockey league, finding out that it's actually a soccer league, and deciding to play hockey anyway.
What?
I mean, this game is nominally a soccer game. Like, in the name, it's a soccer game, right? But when you play it, it's basically just a hockey game. Everybody's body checking each other. There's boards. It's 5-on-5. It's a hockey game.
So it's funny, Jordan. Like, normally we have these conversations like at the beginning of the show, and then we get into the fun facts. But you're just like teeing up my fun facts like
really?
Right away. Do you have any idea?
I don't. Is there actually some backstory to this?
There is there literally is some backstory to this.
I'm excited. Let's hear it.
Let's jump into the fun facts. Jordan, Next Level Games made this one.
Okay.
Now,
Am I supposed to know who that is?
You may not know who Next Level Games are.
No.
They made classics such as Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, Luigi's Mansion 3, and of course, NHL Hits Pro.
Oh. Okay, that's a strange collection of games.
Yeah. So of course the NHL Hits franchise is one of our favorites.
Oh yeah.
One of the fun facts was NHL Hits Pro had an influence on Super Mario Strikers in the form of responsive gameplay, goalkeepers, and on-field collisions. So it's like they took what they learned from some of the gameplay of NHL Hits Pro and actually infused it into Super Mario Strikers.
They just took NHL Pro and turned it 90 degrees and then put some new sprites in it and called it a new game.
Well, funny enough, this game was originally intended to be a more realistic Mario sports game, but after numerous consultations with Nintendo, it ended up being more over the top.
Yeah, I don't know. If it's an arcade sports game, over the top is the way to go.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with some friends the other day, and they were like, let's play Madden. And I played like 5 minutes of Madden, and I had to stop. I'm like, this is terrible.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's like I kept running off sides. I'm like, no, listen. There shouldn't be penalties. I should be able to hold down until the ball is snapped, and then my guy lunges across. I just want every sports game to be Blitz or Mario Strikers or NHL Hits. Like, I want them to be ridiculous.
Well, that's the nice thing about like a game like Hits Pro, which is like NHL Hits. There's only 3 of them, but they all have their sort of strength. The strength of NHL Hits Pro was it would let you basically customize the game as much or as little as you wanted. So you could have like a complete arcade sports experience, or they headed more towards the sim sort of hockey game.
There is very little in Mario Strikers that would resemble a game like FIFA.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that you're kind of playing soccer.
Yeah, I don't even know what a more realistic Mario sports game could mean.
There's like isn't there a Mega Man soccer game? There's like, and that's like kind of looks like a real normal soccer game.
No, I don't think it does.
But I mean, like you're on like an actual soccer field and you're running around.
You're super fighting robots, yeah.
Yeah, but
playing soccer.
It actually looks like soccer. Like I could take a screenshot of this game and show it to like my mom, and she would have no clue that it's supposed to be a soccer game.
All right, I mean, whatever.
My mom has watched a lot of soccer games.
That's more so with the sequel to this game, Mario Strikers Charged, where it looks like it's like post-apocalyptic and the ball is like glowing all the time. And
yeah, they were like, okay, in what scenario would Mario play soccer? And it apparently is a Mad Max scenario.
Seriously.
That's when Mario says, okay, guys, we need to stop fighting and start playing soccer.
Right. But yeah, of course, this game published by Nintendo, released in Europe in November of 2005, North America, December of 2005, Japan in January of 2006, and Australia in April of 2006. And Jordan, in Europe and Australia, this game is called Mario Smash Football.
Mario Smash Football?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Because strikers mean something else there? Or?
I don't know.
It's not like here it's called Mario Soccer.
Yeah.
And then so they're like, oh, we got to call it Mario Footy or whatever, for Australia.
Smash Football. Yeah. I thought that was weird because like when I was looking on PriceCharting.
Oh, wait a second. In Australia calls it soccer.
Okay.
Because their football is something completely different. They have Australian rules football.
Okay.
I'm so confused. Why did Nintendo do that? Have they just like never? They just don't know anybody in Australia. Like, I think we got to change the name there too.
Yeah, I don't know. During last fun fact, there's no penalty or card system in this game. As the power-up system is actually what compensates people for getting annihilated.
Yeah, and I think we will talk about that later at some point in the episode.
But I thought that was interesting. Like, it's you can just annihilate your opponent with constant beatdowns in this game.
Yeah.
You can slide tackle, or there's just a button that lays them out. But that gives them a power-up when you lay them out, usually.
Yeah, just imagine how boring a Mario sports game would be, like if it was like there was like normal sports rules. I guess just think of Mario Golf.
I like Mario Golf.
Yeah, you do for some weird reason.
It's great.
Just like that could have been Tiger Woods 2001.
No, man.
And it would be the exact same game.
Mario Golf is fantastic.
There's nothing fun about it. They didn't do anything Mario besides have Mario play. Anyway, go listen to our Mario Golf episode. I don't have an episode number for you. Use your
It's a year ago.
Yeah,
60,
1 year ago.
65, 66,
2021 March.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Super Mario Bros. By
Yeah.
the way, this is episode 2 of Super Mario.
Yeah.
2022.
2 of 3.
2 of 3. Yep, we did Mario 3 last episode.
Yes.
That's a video game.
As we're recording this, that episode came out today.
Yeah. People, I think, like that game.
I think so. Yeah, we just set a new record for listens for the podcast. So I think people like Mario 3.
Yeah, it's a new record for single day downloads for us.
Yeah.
For Mario 3, so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, do you have any more fun facts?
I don't. Just a big thank you to Wikipedia for the supply of fun facts.
Huge shout out to Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I know that whole team gets together every other Tuesday to listen to the podcast, so thank you guys for that. I have one more fun fact, Dan.
Yeah, okay.
Fun fact, worthitoworthless.com. Guys, we have a website now.
Yeah,
We're
we sure
actually
do.
legit. Dan has been writing a bunch of great articles, including a pretty brand new review of the Retro M5. You've heard us talk about the Retro M5 a lot on this show. So if you're like, man, I really want to know what that is, get the what it does well, what it doesn't do so well, you can go read Dan's review on worthitoworthless.com of the Retro M5.
Yep, that's needed to happen for a long time. So now I'm glad whenever somebody's like Retro on 5, I can just give them a link.
Just send them a link. You don't have to do the whole screen.
We'll spell it out. So you can have lots of beautiful screenshots. I even took a video of the fast forward mode so that people can see that side by side comparison of how fast forward actually is.
Who says audio format people can't make videos?
I like to call it JRPG mode.
Just for grinding.
Yes.
All right, there you go. Fun fact.
All right, let's move on to what the game does well. Jordan, the first thing that I want to talk about that this game does well is it is just pure arcade sports fun.
Yes.
I mean, it's one of those games that Nintendo, or not even just Nintendo, like the NBA Jams and the NFL Blitzes of the world, like those games, there's something about them that they're super approachable and it makes it fun for even people who aren't necessarily like hardcore gamers, I guess. It's what I'm not looking.
No, I get you.
It's accessible.
I totally agree with you. I think that there's the perfect balance of fun and competitiveness.
Yeah.
Which also leans heavily on the fact that this game is super easy to pick up. Anybody could pick it up and start playing, but also there's enough depth there to make you keep wanting to come back. It's not like a shallow experience because there is enough depth there to make you want to keep playing.
Yeah, and another thing I have written down is that it feels like a classic game where skill matters, but the game is still very accessible.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you can get good at this game. It's like, it's like Smash in regards to you can make it fun for everybody, turn on items, turn on crazy stages, stuff like that, which isn't necessarily stuff that's in this game. But at the same time, you can turn off everything and have it be like a serious arcade sports match.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if I want Bowser to come and start smashing up the level. Or I don't know if I want to have the super shot where you can score 2 goals with 1 ball.
Yeah.
So if you want to turn off some of that nonsense, sure. But if you want to just go and have a silly sports time, you can do that. I think that Nintendo is like the king of this, right? Of
Yeah.
taking a game, making it super easy, also making it deep enough that you want to keep playing it, having a good balance of this game is really fun, but it's also competitive. And I just really appreciate that about a lot of Nintendo games, but especially this one.
Yeah, they really nailed it here. I played some Strikers Charged last night to prep for this episode.
Yeah.
And while I think that there's a lot of improvements that they made,
Yeah.
like some of the motion controls kind of hold it back. And this game feels more pure to me of an arcade sports experience than Strikers Charged.
So my experience with this franchise is Strikers Charge. That's the one that I owned. That's the one that I played a lot of when I was younger. So that one has a place that's near and dear to my heart. Being the second game in the franchise, it has the benefit of learning from a lot of this one's shortcomings and fixing those. The fact that it does have motion controls is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to the new Mario Strikers game that's coming out soon, right? Is it this year?
I think it's June, I want to say.
Okay, so it's coming out soonish, and I'm excited to see, them take all the stuff that they've learned from these first two games and get back to a controller.
Yeah.
Hopefully not have too much motion control wackiness, Nintendo. You don't need that. So I never really had a problem. Like, it's not like a ton of motion controls. There's a little bit too much for Dan. But you know what? I think that's still a very good
So
game.
here's the thing that I was noticing as I was like playing it last night is like the Wiimote is just not like super ergonomic as far as like.
What are you talking about?
Hold on,
it's a
let me-
rectangle.
let me-
It's perfectly ergonomic. It's a
Let me
rectangle.
finish
What could you
talking.
want more?
You can access like 3 buttons easily with your thumb on the Wiimote. It's like the giant A button, the down arrow on the D-pad, and the B button on the back. Any other button you're like reaching uncomfortably to push. And it's like, okay, this is just not. And I mean, fine, you like flick it to tackle, which is okay. But then when you got to aim at the screen to block a super strike, it's like this whole, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Like, somebody at Nintendo, not somebody, lots of people at Nintendo looked at that and said, yeah, this is our new gaming peripheral, and it's going to be the primary one for the system. Like, Nintendo's done lots of weird stuff, but man, the Wiimote, what a amazing piece of hardware.
Yeah, I mean, that game does benefit from the fact that it's on more powerful hardware than the GameCube, but I don't know. This one, there's something. It's the distillation of Super Mario Strikers, and I like that. I feel like with the new Strikers that just got announced, I feel like everybody was like, "Oh man, new Mario Golf." That's like, I was like, okay, and now I'm like, new Strikers, like, let's go.
Yeah,
that's me. I'm finally on.
Yeah, me too. I was not pumped about the whole golf shenanigans, but
well, you just got to play more Mario Golf.
I guess. I mean, no, I don't.
It's a great game.
I really don't.
What else do you have?
Okay, so we talked a little bit earlier, or you mentioned the power-ups and how they balance the game. You don't have penalties, like you can go and slide tackle somebody. You can go and blast somebody into an electric fence and basically kill them.
And you should.
When you knock Peach into the fence, she screams like she is dying. Like, I don't know how this got past Nintendo. Maybe they like muted it during that. Like, it does not sound like something you would hear in a Nintendo game. Like, somebody is
just
is
like
actually
people
dying.
in pain or characters. You know, not always people, but like these just screeches that are like, wow, like, man, that's
so. You can do that, and you will not get a yellow card. You will not get a red card. Nothing will happen to you. You don't have to go sit in a penalty box. The only thing is, when you hit somebody, they get a power-up.
Yeah.
Or if they take a really good shot and it gets blocked, they get a power-up.
Yeah.
So that's the way that the game like helps make up the skill difference. It's kind of how they do some of the balancing.
Yeah.
If you keep getting crushed, well, now you're going to have a giant shell that bounces around, or you're going to shoot out some ice shells or bananas or whatever. Or if like you cannot get the ball in the net and you keep taking good shots and they're not going in, you're gonna at least get an item out of that you can have 2 items and you can use those offensively or defensively.
I actually like the items in this game quite a bit.
What would like them?
Well, no, but I mean like in games like Smash and games like Mario Kart,
my goodness.
sometimes the items are irritating, or some of the rubber banding in Mario Kart from the items can be irritating. I don't feel that sense of irritation with this game. I think because I can get items on offense from shooting shots, if I'm just like, because we played against the computer and it was like 67 tackles to like 10 or 14 or like some.
The computer is not as aggressive as we are.
Yeah, it was just like, so we were giving them items constantly, and it's nice that we could still get some items, by shooting the ball and like still not being punished for being skilled or whatever. I like that.
Yeah.
These items here, and I don't feel like there's the blue shell in this game.
There literally
There is a blue
are,
shell, but not the Mario Kart blue shell.
So I can't agree with you on the whole Smash Bros. And Mario Kart thing because I personally think that the items, if you think back on like your favorite memories of Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart, it's always because something crazy happened with an item. And yeah, that's not super balanced. Yeah, it removes some of the skill, but it adds all of the fun. So I can't get on board with.
I guess it depends on how you define fun.
I'll take Smash Bros. Like just this past weekend, we had a big event, had Smash Bros. Going, and there's always some kid who's like, "Oh, noobs, you're the noobs, gotta play without items." And I'm like, "No, you're the noob because you don't know how to have fun with a video game." Like, what's the point of playing Smash Bros. If I can't use a giant hammer to smash you out of the world? It's
different strokes for different folks.
No,
there's a place for tournament mode with no items, and there's a place for home run bats and soccer balls.
Yes, if you are at the World Gaming Championships, sure, turn off items. If you're playing on my couch, we're having items. I'm sorry.
Well, loser probably chooses, right? No, you just want items on all the time.
What do you mean loser chooses? No.
Jordan, speaking of co-op, I have the co-op in this game is actually a lot of fun. We played most of it in a co-op, and it was a blast.
I was really surprised by that because a lot of times co-op in sports games is like they're not tuned for co-op.
Yeah.
They're not made with that in mind, and so it's kind of like I keep like you'll be playing in single player and you have this perfect feeling where like you pass it to another guy, but then you're that guy, and so you're able to like do exactly what you want, and it always feels so good. And then you go and play co-op, and like everything's disjointed and weird. I don't know what they did or how they did it, but co-op in this game feels as natural as playing by yourself.
Yeah, I think what it is if you pass it to a player that is not controlled by the other player, it still gives you control of the ball. So you're passing it to yourself. I think that is one of the little things that it did that made it feel natural.
Man, whatever, it's so good.
Yeah.
It feels really good. That was the last thing that I have on my list too, is just that I was shocked by the co-op because we've had some pretty poor, pretty like afterthought co-op experiences, and this one felt like they put just as much care into the co-op as they did into single player.
Yeah, I feel like this game would be a blast to play like doubles, like 2-on-2. It's fun single player, or it's fun just normal head-to-head versus. I think we did some for Extra Life, and that was fun. But you were crushing me during Extra Life, I think.
I don't remember.
I crushed you today, so I have my vengeance.
I'm glad we started co-op today because you said that you played a bunch single player yesterday.
Yeah.
Which is always a recipe for disaster when one person has a bunch more experience recently with the arcade sports game.
I wasn't like trying to crush my friend. I was trying to like unlock stuff to see what was in the entire game.
You're doing some cursory research for the podcast. It's fun.
I was like, we can't unlock all the stuff tomorrow. We still didn't even. We played so much.
We played
many
a lot.
co-op games, and we still didn't unlock everything.
We got all the way to the end
of the Bowser Cup.
Of the Bowser Cup. We're fighting the super team.
Yeah.
And
I blew it.
It was 2-1 with like 10 seconds left. I get a breakaway across the top of the field, and Dan is streaking down the other side of the field. We have the perfect give and go. The game, when you do a perfect pass, the game goes into slow motion, which also, I should say, feels amazing. The game goes into slow motion, and Dan hits the perfect shot, and then the goalie like teleported and stopped it, and then we lost. And it felt terrible, but felt bad. But those like perfect passes and making the game slow down to slow-mo feels really good.
Yeah. The other thing, Jordan, we played a lot of co-op. The last thing I have is the matches are quick. And I really like, by default, they're 5 minutes. But when you start a new cup, like so when you do the easier cups, like the mushroom cups, I think the first cup is like 3 matches, and then the flower cup is like 5 matches, and then the star cup is like 7 matches, and then the Bowser cup is 7 matches with a 2-game playoff or whatever, and then you play the super team. But you're able to set up, shorter rounds, shorter games for each of those cups. Default's 5 minutes, and 5 minutes feels really good, I would say, but it was nice to play 4-minute matches too.
It's definitely a nice feature to have, so you don't. if you want to play a longer cup, especially the super cups being so long, if you want to play some shorter cups, turn down the level.
Yeah.
It's great.
Also, you unlock cheats too as you do stuff, because like you get trophy rewards and stuff for like hits and super strikes, which we should say, by the way, you pick a team captain: Mario, Peach, Donkey Kong, whatever, Wario, Luigi, Waluigi.
Waluigi.
And then if you hold the shot and don't get tackled, you get a little meter. You jump up in the air, and then there's like a yellow and green. If you hit the green bar, like
it's kind of
another
like
zone that opens up.
Yeah, if you've ever played like a football game and you're doing a kick and there's like a little spot that you have to stop it on, or if you're playing a golf game and you have to stop it on the backswing and then on the forward swing.
Yeah.
It's that kind of like circular. I don't even know, what do you call that thing? I don't know.
A meter.
It's a little meter, target meter thingy.
And if you hit it at both green zones, you get a free 2-point goal.
Yes. Just like normal soccer.
Yep.
Actually, back in the day, there was this professional indoor soccer league, and if you scored, they had like a 2-point line. And if you scored from behind that line, you got 2 goals.
Well,
yeah.
It's a classic arcade sports.
Rest in peace, Detroit Ignition.
That wraps it up for what I have on my list, Jordan. How about you?
Same. That's it for me.
All right, let's get into what the game doesn't do so well. Jordan, the first thing that I would like to talk about the game didn't do so well is it feels like there isn't a ton here. Stadiums, teams, modes, like this kind of feels like a pretty bare bones experience. It's like slightly more than a bare bones experience. And that is like, I don't know, because when playing Strikers Charge, you have like a few different modes. I think the seasons are longer. You've got these like legacy, like this. I forget what the mode is, but it's like relive the greatest moments in Mario Strikers history, and it like runs you through these challenges where you have to like complete objectives.
The Striker challenges.
Is that what it's called?
I'm pretty sure.
But not here. It's like cups, grudge matches, special cup. And I think that's it.
Yeah, you also only get 9 characters to choose from. One of them is locked. You have to unlock them. And Strikers Charge has 12 characters that you can, I think 3 of them you have to unlock. So it's just, it definitely feels a little bit more bare bones. You don't have, especially in Strikers, you don't get to just pick your captain. You can pick the sidekicks. You can have multiple different ones.
Yep.
So it's just like, all of those things. You have the unique moves and deeks that each character can do in Strikers Charge that you can't do in this one. The charge ball, which encourages you to pass more. Like the more you pass, the ball charges up. So, I mean, obviously there's always going to be things that they add in a newer game.
Yeah.
But the things that they added were the things that made it feel more like a fully fleshed out game. And so this one does feel, especially for a GameCube game, this one feels like it has like the level of content of like an N64 game. It's kind of like missing what you'd expect from, I don't know. I just feel like I have higher standards for the GameCube.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not well versed in GameCube. My GameCube collection currently includes 3 games. This is one of them. So I don't know, how Mario Tennis on GameCube or Double Dash or stuff like that compares to this one, but I just wish there was more to this game than like cups or it feels like I want something else,
just something
else to work towards,
a little bit extra,
I mean, you unlock cheats which can make the game more fun, but it's like all right, I get all the cheats. This really feels like a party game.
Oh yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to play this with somebody else.
It's kind of like Smash in that regard, where I'm like, I don't really like single player Smash all that much. Although I was playing Strikers Charged last night and I was like, this is just a fun game. Like, it's just fun. I like it. So maybe there's something, I don't know. maybe something to be said for that. Jordan, something else that I have. It doesn't feel like choosing different teammates makes any difference.
No, and that's one of the things I feel like they fixed in the next game is that like each character felt different. It had a different move. It had different things that it did well, things that didn't do so well, and so I feel like this. Yeah, it's just like basic. It's missing something. It's missing that extra little burst of flavor. You know, it's like when you order pizza and pizza's good. Like this game is good.
Yeah.
But then you find out you get to the end and you eat the crust and it wasn't just a normal pizza, it was a stuffed crust pizza. And this game is missing that. It was just, or it has a flavored crust. It has a flavored, you're like, I didn't realize this was a Parmesan butter crust. And this one is just pizza, which is good, but it's lacking that little bit of extra flavor.
Or as a pepperoni guy, maybe this is just cheese pizza. I'm not going to turn down a pizza because it doesn't have pepperoni on it.
No.
But
yeah,
I would prefer it had the pepperoni on it and the flavored crust if we're gonna go that route.
Yeah, and make it make it stuffed crust too. Maybe deep dish.
Sometimes I don't like stuffed crust from a lot of places. I'm not gonna lie, unless they have flavored crust, because then a lot of times the cheese in stuffed crust pizza doesn't taste like anything.
What?
Yeah,
I can't get on board
you.
with this conversation.
Depends. It depends. It's fine. Don't worry about it. What do you have?
Okay. I have a couple little nitpicky things. One, the game does not give you any sort of countdown. Like I want like a 5-second, like the game is about to end.
Yeah.
Or like 10 seconds. Like, so like, hey, scramble. Or I don't know, something says like 1 minute remaining. You get nothing. All of a sudden the game is just over and you're like, oh, I didn't realize that there was a 10-second countdown and
You want like an air horn.
Yeah. So
really
I love
loud.
Going back to how this is just a hockey game. When you score a goal, there's a hockey air horn.
Yeah.
So give me something. Like in a hockey game, there's always the announcer that says 1 minute remaining in the period. I don't know. Give me something. Give me the little cloud like he do. Like
yeah.
do. What's his name? Give me that guy.
Yeah.
Have him come out with a little thing that says 1 minute.
Yeah, and I think we were like, the end of the game coming isn't very obvious, and then there was one point where I was like, I think it actually is beeping. It's just beeping like very quietly, like you can't really hear the timer ticking down. So it's not overt enough to let you know that you need to hurry up if you're behind. Or
if there's a beeper or a timer or something. I could not hear it.
Like
if Kim Possible's in this game and somebody is calling her, beeping her if they want to reach her, I could not hear it.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear it. One more little nitpicky thing.
All right.
I don't love how when somebody does a like super shot, what is that called?
Super strike, I think, maybe.
Super strike. That plays an in-game cutscene. It
takes
cool.
forever.
Yeah, it's cool the first time, it then becomes less and less cool.
Yeah.
Especially when you're losing and they're scoring 2 goals on you every time they do it. So maybe like only do that the first time in a game.
Yeah.
Or like
let you skip it.
Maybe don't let you skip it because that's kind of unpredictable. But just like show it the first time and then.
Well, no, because it's like this. It's not even that it would be unpredictable. It's like it doesn't have to stop and like circle around the character.
Oh yeah,
and like just let me move on, like a replay.
Yeah,
like just you can still see the shot firing and everything, but
yes. Yeah.
And on that, Jordan, I have a question mark and what the game doesn't do well, and that is super strike goals. Like I don't know how I feel about this because when you hit these goals, the goalie can't block them, and they're worth 2.
Yeah.
So there were games in co-op where we were
just
crushing
Dan,
the keeper.
You said the thing you don't like about Striker's Charge is that you have to use the motion controls to stop the super strike goal. And in this game, the thing you don't like is that there's no way to stop the super strike goals. Which one is it, Dan?
No, it's like I don't know how I feel about an unblockable 2-point goal. In Striker's Charged, you can block the goals.
Yes, but you have to use motion controls.
Which is annoying, but I think it should be a quick time event and not use motion controls in Charged. That would be a good solution.
So a quick time event for the shooter and then a quick time event for the keeper.
It's the keeper, the defending keeper.
How many quick time events are we going to pack into this thing?
What are you talking about? The Striker's Charged meter thing is very similar.
It's quick time events all the way down.
It's very similar. It swings up into a zone and you have 4 or 5 or 6 balls. You can get up to 6 goals off of a charged shot.
Well, yeah. I mean,
we're in Striker's Charge, which is
Have you
something
never
else.
seen a soccer game, Dan? That's how soccer works.
Yes, one ball somehow magically turns into 6 as the player jumps in the
It's
air.
not somehow, Dan. It's magic.
It's magic.
They call it the beautiful game.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel about it being unblockable. Now, granted, you can turn those off. At least you can in the cups. I'm sure you can in like grudge matches, but I didn't see the options in the grudge match, I don't think. So I have a love-hate relationship with it as somebody who wants skill to be rewarded in a game.
Yeah.
Having a guaranteed goal that doesn't take the most skill to achieve, and it's worth 2 kind of is like
It's a decent amount of skill. It's not easy.
I was hitting more of them yesterday.
Okay.
I was hitting a lot of them yesterday.
So yesterday when Dan was playing on his gaming monitor,
Yes.
he was nailing these things left and right. But then
Today I missed most
not
of them.
so much. So if you want to play this game, you need to have a gaming
don't even
chair.
start with me.
You need a gaming chair, a gaming monitor. Preferably you're playing this in VR, and you need like the best graphics card that you can get for your GameCube, which I think is the one that comes with it.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
What kind of headset were you using?
Astros. Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I bought a new headset on
The
Amazon.
one that I've been using since like 2015.
So we have one headset. My wife and I like to play Halo Infinite together.
You guys share it?
No, well, we were using the Xbox app, but it breaks. It just like breaks everything all the time. Xbox is the worst, but it has Halo, so I'll allow it. And
Okay. Thank you.
so we need to get a second headset, so we both have a headset.
Yeah.
And like our friends that we play Halo with, they all have like $150 headsets.
Yeah.
And I was like, no chance am I spending $150. So guess what I did? I went on Amazon and I bought a $6 headset. It's so nice.
It's so nice.
Fluffy. Yeah, it's so much nicer than the plastic one that I have. Really highly recommend it. Go on Amazon, find the one that's $6. That's the right one.
Don't do it.
I don't understand people spending all these hundreds of dollars on a headset.
Anything.
My
you,
TV,
you don't understand.
My TV's
people
got
spending
good
money on
sound. What do
anything.
I just need to talk to somebody? I don't need to have a surround sound in my brain.
We talked about this on Discord a little while ago. You're like,
Yeah, so I'm
why
saying
do you want game? And people are like, well, I have kids, and I'm like, it's just this whole thing where it's way less disruptive. There are uses for having nice headsets, and if you have to game in a headset most of the time to not disrupt your household, well, then maybe you want it to sound good, or maybe you don't have a nice sound system that comes out of your TV. Maybe your TV sounds like garbage. So the cheapest solution is to get a headset.
Saying, the sound system that we have on my TV costs less than that headset. And it sounds pretty good.
According to you.
According to me, and I'm one of the only people who listens to it, so that's all that matters.
All right.
Anyways, this episode brought to you by the $6 Xbox headset on Amazon.
All right, my friend, do you have anything else that the game didn't do so well?
That's it for me.
All right, let's move on to the rest of our show.
So, if you listen to our last episode, you'd know that we've gone through a little bit of an evolution here. And in the past, Dan has always asked me, so, Jordan, what would you pay for the experience that you just had? And then we realized that my answers are not interesting because I just want to say $2 or nothing.
All the time.
So we decided, going into the future, we're going to flip this. And I'm going to ask Dan, and he's not going to look up what the game is. I'm going to look it up. But this is what happened. We forgot about it. So the evolution is still occurring. It's happening. It's just been postponed one more episode.
When you go for 90 episodes through a similar process, you sometimes forget that you made a change to how you're doing the entire show.
Yeah.
So I accidentally looked up the prices in my research, as I normally do on PriceCharting.com.
And I knew that he was going to do that, so I didn't look them up.
He knew.
I did. I was starting to do it, and I was like, we haven't talked about this, which means that it has left at least one of our brains, if not both of them. So, next episode, just get ready. We want to build some suspense.
It's okay.
For the evolution of the show. Evolution doesn't happen quickly. It happens slowly.
I have a question for you, Jordan. This is the evolution of this. We could still embrace the evolution.
Yeah.
This episode, Jordan, what would you pay for the experience that you had if this game was available on the eShop? It's a virtual console classic available on the Switch eShop.
See,
what would you pay for that experience?
This is a terrible one to ask because in like 3 months, there's going to be brand new one that I'm willing to pay $60 for, which means that I'm not willing to spend any money on this one now.
You wouldn't ride the hype train up to the new Strikers?
It's not the one that I had when I was younger.
Okay.
And it's like there's a better one coming. We think, hopefully.
Hopefully. I don't know. I think people were disappointed in Mario Golf.
Yeah. So like if we had done this before that announcement, I would have been like, yeah, this would be one that I'd totally want to pick up on the eShop. But like right now,
all right, this is on your wish list. How much are you picking this up for on your wish list on the eShop? What's in theory?
In theory?
Before the new one comes out.
Oh man. Like my gut, like the very first number that came in my head was $9.
Okay. I can live with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's a good game. That's a good amount of money for you. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't say a number because I just don't know. I've got to, like, there's something, I don't know. Okay, so the number that I'm wrestling with, Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't even want to hear it. Don't even.
Well, can I just say something real quick? You own the sequel, which,
I do.
At least in one of our opinions, is superior.
Yeah.
And you're gonna buy the new one in 3 months.
Yeah.
So don't say something silly.
Well, it's hard.
I know.
Because
that's why we have to change the segment.
So GameCube for me. Now I got this game as a gift from a friend. Shout out to podcast other Jordan 2.
Yeah.
The one who completes too many Jordan. Now he gave me this as a gift because it was one of the games on my wish list.
Wow.
GameCube games are expensive, so I was gonna have a hard time ever justifying adding this one to the collection. But it's like I love arcade sports games. They're like one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah.
So there was always just like this. I have this. We can call it the arcade sports tax.
Okay.
That I'm willing to pay for new arcade sports experiences. I'm sorry, Jordan. I'm sorry. $40.
No, that's so dumb. You're gonna $60 for a 20-year newer game in 3 months, or you can just go buy a way inferior version for 66% of that.
It's not 20 years newer, Jordan.
When did this come out?
2005.
Okay, 2005? Sorry, 17 years newer. I don't know. I don't understand you people.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the GameCube tax. It's the arcade sports tax. I don't know.
I want you to know from being on this podcast, like normally, like a normal human being, I would have sold my Wii U like the minute I got a Switch and didn't need a Wii U anymore.
Yeah.
But now that I've been like entrenched in this weird world of people who buy things that it just doesn't make sense. To me, now I know I need to hold on to my Wii U.
Yes.
Because it's going to be worth a stupid amount of money. It just sits in a box in my office and I use it once a year.
Yeah.
And it'll just sit there and gain interest faster than my IRA. And it's great. I'm fine with that.
Well, I think we'll talk about the Wii U here in a little bit, Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Hint, hint.
So I want to know, what is
you
this
probably
game?
won't sell it.
I feel like you said 40 because this game is going for a stupid amount of money. So let's.
What do you think the game's going for?
Yeah. What do I think
on the internet?
I have a sinking feeling
for a loose disc.
It's a loose disc.
What do you think a loose disc
should be
Super Mario
$1 for a loose disc sports game? But I'm gonna say it's got to be like $45 because that number didn't come out of nowhere. It's from you trying to justify this.
All right. I will give you another guess.
Okay.
It's not $45.
Okay. Obviously, it's not exactly $45.
You're way off.
In which direction? Oh, you already said they're stupid expensive. Okay, it's $70.
Yes, it is $70. A loose disc is $70 of Super Mario Strikers.
Honestly, the longer we do this podcast, the more I loathe this hobby. Like, there's a better version. Why are you spending $70 on this game? It's because it's rare.
Yeah, that usually adds to the value of things.
I don't get it.
So here's the thing. GameCube didn't sell all that well compared to other Nintendo consoles. People
What did it
didn't
sell?
like the
How
GameCube.
many did a GameCube sell? I want
to say that Nintendo 64 sold 36 million. So I want to say the GameCube was like 31 or 29. Because it was like the NES sold more than the Super Nintendo, which sold more than the N64.
It's 22. Did you say 22?
I thought I would guess I was being generous. I didn't want to go that low, but
Yeah, 22
I'm
million.
saying
So that's almost double
what the Wii U sold.
the Wii U. Not quite, but I mean, if we're doing hyperbole, which is
Yeah.
my second language that I'm most fluent in, I'm gonna be loaded. The only problem is I don't own any. I own Smash Bros. And it's the Super Mario or it's the Mario Kart 8 Wii U, so it has it like built in.
Okay. Yeah.
Mario Kart 8.
You better get on that Wii U collecting
No.
before it.
We have somebody in the
Shanks.
Discord who
Shout out to Shanks. He's completing his Wii U set,
And
which
just
is smart right about now.
buying some truly awful games.
I mean, let's be honest. Probably most of that catalog is not really
But like
worth owning.
Barbie Horse Farm.
Turbo from DreamWorks Pictures, I think, the movie about a snail.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's the most rare game on the Wii U.
I guarantee you I saw that at a Five Below a couple years ago. So anyway,
What do you think? What do you think a complete in box copy is going for, Jordan?
complete in box. It's got to you just double it, right? It's got to be like $140.
No, it's only 91.
Oh, why the heck would you ever buy one? If you're already gonna spend $70, which is just ludicrous, why not just spend an extra $21 and get the complete in box? Imagine buying a loose disc. Where are you gonna put it?
Oh man, what do you think? What do you think Strikers Charged is going for, Jordan?
I have a feeling that one's a lot because I remember selling it to GameStop and like getting a good amount of money for it, which means that it must have been worth some stuff.
You think? When was?
Or
What
I
year
think
was
actually
that?
no, I sold it on eBay in 2011. It was when we moved to Montana. I sold all of our Wii stuff. So, and I feel like I got like $30 for it at that time. So I'm gonna say that one's like $70 also.
No.
No?
Charged is like affordable, Jordan.
Oh.
You can get the Nintendo Select version, the greatest hits. They're both pretty similar though. $21 for a complete in-box copy of Charged.
They're probably similar, which they should be. That's not bad at all. But when they do the Select thing, they just flood every Walmart with like, you ever go to a Walmart and look at the clearance section of video games? It's all like Nintendo Selects. So as soon as you get picked for that Selects thing, like, how come they don't do that anymore? There's no Nintendo Switch Selects. Like Breath of the Wild is a 5-year-old game now, and you still got to pay $60 for it. Give me a Nintendo Selects $25.
I don't know. Oh man.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get a. Yeah, that makes sense. You said $25. Mm-hmm. That's a good
21.
21.
And I think
21?
I think the non-Nintendo Selects was like 22 or 23.
I would say a Strikers
Yesterday when
Charge
I
at
looked.
21 is worth it.
Yeah.
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 Me being my frugal self would like, if I could play that on my Switch, I would just skip the new one. And
What if you could get it digitally on your Wii U? Would you pay $19.99 for Mario Strikers Charged?
no, because my Wii U is gonna sit in the box. in
I'm
my
just
office.
saying that's an option. That's a literal option.
How much was it?
$20.
Oh,
You can get Wii games on your Wii U. On
that's
the
a,
eShop.
yeah. There you go. That's another.
Yeah.
There you go.
What do you think Mario Smash Football is going for, Jordan?
They love soccer
Football.
over there. Pal tax.
Complete inbox.
$97.
$97, he says. $45.
Why is it so much cheaper?
I don't know. Maybe because they have more sense when it comes to retro games.
No,
Sometimes.
they don't use cents. They use like euros
Yep,
and
of course,
pounds.
of course. He couldn't help himself.
Pence.
Yeah. So Jordan, $91 for a complete in-box copy of Super Mario Strikers. I think we gotta say worthless.
Yeah.
We gotta think about it for a minute. We might talk about it after the podcast, but I think right now, gut reaction, worthless.
No, yeah, for sure worthless. Honestly, this is the thing. Buy the new one when it comes out. It looks cool. It's on Switch, which we all have, and it will look better on your TV and sound better in your headset.
Maybe.
What do you mean? Okay, like obviously it could come out and be an awful travesty, but I feel like, is it the same company? Is it that next level?
I believe so. I think that
Like
came out.
how could it be like they've made the other two? Like they're not gonna make it worse, right?
You know, Jordan, I have good news.
What?
Well, good and bad news. I just looked at my prices yesterday,
Okay.
and now today it seems the market has shifted.
Oh.
A loose disc is only $68. However, unfortunately, a complete in-box copy is up to $94.
Okay.
So
Good news,
the
bad
market
news.
has expanded.
Yeah. That really didn't change all of that much. It's a volatile market.
It's a volatile market. It changes day to day. Jordan, do we have trivia?
We have a trivia question, and we like to keep this show family friendly, but I'm going to let you know right now, if you're listening with children, this section this week is PG, but might be borderline PG-13.
Do I need to put an explicit tag on the podcast? Jordan?
Absolutely not. But it might be considered PG-13. So if you got any 12-year-olds listening, parents, you might want to pre-screen the trivia section this week. I don't think we have a lot of kids that listen to the show.
Okay.
Playing games that were out before you were born. Okay, Dan. Nintendo canceled a planned advertising campaign for being too edgy.
Oh.
What was depicted in the canceled ad? Okay, this is a Mario Strikers ad campaign that was canceled for being a little bit too edgy for Nintendo.
Okay.
And you can find this out there. You can see it. What was depicted in the canceled ad? Was it A, Mario celebrating with the World Cup trophy and a bottle of champagne? Gasp. Champagne? Alcohol? Our friendly neighborhood plumber Mario? Okay, B, a dangling net holding 2 soccer balls with the tagline, "You're gonna need a pair."
Okay.
Or C, Super Mario Strikers, more fun than a ferret down your trousers.
That sounds familiar. Wait. I'm trying to think. Why does that sound familiar?
I just read it to you.
Read
You're
it.
having deja vu.
Yeah. But that sounds like another video game ad.
Maybe.
I feel like. But you said trousers, which is decidedly. What region was this ad campaign?
I
Because
don't,
here
I
in
don't
the States,
know, so I can't say.
trousers is not a common vernacular here.
No?
in the States.
You never heard the term dropping trow?
I'm gonna go with the second one.
The second one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an ad with a net holding 2 balls that looks a lot like male anatomy, and it says, "You're gonna need a pair." And Nintendo said, "I don't think so." Which, so Dan, the third one, more fun than a ferret down your trousers, is actually Game Boy. More fun than a ferret down your trousers, and that was an American ad.
Oh,
And
okay.
we've posted that on
that's
social media before.
All right. I see.
And then if you go back, which it's impossible to go back on Instagram, you'd have to scroll back like 2 years. Maybe I'll repost that ad. But I included like a long blurb that I found out about, like, that was an actual like thing that people did as like a competition. They would get 3 or 4 or 5 people lined up, put a ferret in their trousers, and whoever could last the longest.
Yes.
Without having
All
to
right.
release the ferret.
Now you're dislodging repressed memories.
Yeah, it's an actual
There it is.
cultural thing.
There it is.
So don't laugh at it, Dan, because That's a part of somebody somewhere's culture, or it was.
Fair
anyway.
enough. Nailed it. Have I missed one?
Fair enough.
When was the last time I missed a trivia, Jordan? I don't think I've missed one in like the last 2 years.
I don't.
So I think
that's true. I feel
my
like
batting average is what, 1,000?
we did 3 in the last episode, and I think you got 2 out of 3.
3 out of 3. I changed my answer on one. Remember?
Oh yeah. Okay. That's it. That's the trivia segment.
That's it. Jordan, we got bounty winners.
We do.
We got a no theme brewery bounty winner. We got a new bounty from Marchio Bros.
We do. So last month we asked you, do you like puzzle games? If so, what puzzle game made you? Oh no, I'm saying it wrong. What game made you hate puzzle games?
If you don't like puzzle games.
If you don't like them. If you do like them, what's your favorite? Yeah. So our winner this month, drum roll please, is Mateus. Mateus, our friend from Brazil. Mateus, he says, I do like puzzle games, and the favorite being Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box for DS. Interesting story, fun, and challenging puzzles. The series as a whole is worth trying. And then he gives them honorable mentions, too, for God of War, Prince of Persia.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there you go.
I have heard good things about Professor Layton. I don't think I've ever played it, though.
God of War is a puzzle game?
There are puzzles in God of War.
Oh, okay.
We need to get to that one. I don't know how you'll feel about it. It might be I don't know. You probably won't appreciate God of War.
Why?
Because you didn't appreciate Metal Gear Solid. It's not even the same thing, but super serious video games. I don't think you'll like.
Oh, I thought there was like comedy. I thought that was like a part of it.
It's funny how serious he is and wants to kill everybody. It's a comedy of tragedies. Is it tragic? What is the?
He just goes around and kills all of the gods.
Yeah, basically. You can rip some wings off things. Brutally murder mythical creatures. It's a good time. It's a good
Interesting.
Time. God of War is a great franchise.
Congratulations, Mateus. We'll be in contact, or you contact us. Have our people contact your people.
We will make contact.
First contact. Okay.
No, just contact.
This month, it's a new month. It is Marchio
Super
Brothers.
Marchio Bros.
What do we got going?
We got the bounty this month is what's better, Super Mario World or Super Mario 3?
Yes, what is better, Super Mario World or Super Mario Bros. 3? You're going to send us a direct message on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at WIOW Podcast. You can also send us an email
at worthitoworthlesspodcast@gmail.com.
You can always send Dan or myself a direct message on our Discord server. Don't forget, every month you can participate on our Discord server. Just chat in there about games, about life, about Pokemon, about Mario, about whatever. And just by doing that, you can earn some bonus entries. To get those bonus entries, you have to submit an official entry, so don't miss out on that. If you have any questions about any of the rules of this, you can look up the rules in the notes of this show, or you can go to worthitoworthless.com/bounty.
This month we are giving away a $20 code, North American code, for either the Switch eShop, PlayStation thing store, Xbox store, or Steam.
Or Steam.
Submit your preferred platform with your entry. In case you win.
It should be one of those 4 and no other platforms.
Yes.
Dan likes when I try to sneak other platforms.
No, I definitely don't. Jordan tries. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
You could take that code.
You win. We're not even going to go there. The bounty ends at the end of March.
eBay.
Nope, you can't sell it.
You could sell it on eBay.
Nope.
And you could take the $20 that you get off of eBay and buy 2 months of the Taco Bell taco membership.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, $10. Taco Bell sponsor us. $10 a month gets you unlimited tacos, but 1 taco a day. So it's not unlimited. It's 1 per day for 30 days.
I know somebody.
I know some
people from Taco Bell. I think we could probably talk to them and maybe, you know somebody from Taco Bell. You know some inside people. We need some regional managers. Yeah, so we maybe Taco Bell will be.
I was so confused about what you were saying.
Sponsoring this podcast.
Dan is alluding to the fact that he and I both worked at Taco Bell, and a family friend of mine, was the regional manager for all the local Taco Bells, and now he works for Taco Bell corporate now.
Well, that's even better.
Total sellout.
High level. We can get up high level.
All right, I'll talk to Vinny. We'll get some tacos. I'll see what I can do.
Jordan, what's next? We got Patreon voted on the next episode.
Oh, the next episode.
Yeah.
I really hope that you got some good news for me.
I did some persuading on Patreon.
Please, no. I can't.
I may have deleted the original poll without telling anybody. Posted my own poll and been the only one that voted. And I have some good news, Jordan. Mario Golf.
No, this was the final episode. There will be no further evolution. The podcast is over.
It was overwhelmingly in favor of Mario Golf Toadstool Tour.
I don't believe you. What actually won? Mario
Kart 64.
Mario Kart 64, which we have mentioned pretty much every single time we've done a racing game on this podcast. It'll be interesting to finally dig into that one.
Well, have we done 2 racing games on this podcast?
We have done Diddy Kong Racing,
Cruising USA,
Wave Race.
Oh, Wave Race.
Cruising USA.
Okay, that's 3.
SSX Tricky.
Okay, I guess technically it's a racing game.
There's got to be other racing games that we've done.
Yeah, racing games and fighting games.
Somebody mail us a Dreamcast. Do you have a Dreamcast?
I don't have a Dreamcast.
Somebody mail us a Dreamcast and a copy of Crazy Taxi.
We could play it on PS2. We don't even need to play the Dreamcast version. Or I have the 360 port. Yeah.
What? This is a thing?
What are you... Come.
All right.
This
Anyway,
guy, what is he doing
we
here?
might have to cover some more racing games, but...
That's not a racing game either.
What isn't?
Crazy Taxi.
You're driving a car. How is that not a racing game?
Is Twisted Metal a racing game?
Did you see that they're making a Twisted Metal TV show?
No, but that sounds
starring
awesome.
Anthony Mackie as the clown thing.
Okay, I don't know who that is, but Twisted Metal's lore is awesome.
Anthony Mackie, he's the Falcon.
Anthony Milonakis?
AKA the new Captain America. Sam Wilson.
I don't know.
Bro, you're hurting my heart. You're hurting my heart. Anyway, Twisted Metal, the game notorious for having a story, apparently.
The lore of Twisted Metal is great.
Is there lore?
Yeah, there's lore.
Oh, I'm excited. I thought it was just
you'll hate it.
I thought it was just like a off-brand Mad Max.
No, it's basically the whole Twisted Metal tournament. I'm like, I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but it's basically like a bunch of people with like serious problems enter this tournament and sort of like, I don't want to say they sell their souls, but it's like, it's this bait and switch dark thing where horrible things happen.
So just to bookend this episode, we
Twisted
know
Metal.
that the Wikipedia employees are listening. So just take what Dan said, make that the new Wikipedia article for Twisted Metal. 2, somehow he mentioned Mad Max twice in this episode. I think those are fitting bookends for the episode. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Jordan, moving on. So we mentioned the Wii U.
Wii
Wii U. We're going to roll out in honor of Nintendo's old Yeller treatment of the eShop. We're going to roll out a new segment called the eShop Apocalypse.
eShop Apocalypse, yeah, for the next few months before the eShop closes down. We're going to bring one game to your minds every episode.
2 games.
2 games?
2 games, maybe. Sometimes. I've got 2 here.
Listen, there are no rules. Dan's going to find some games on the eShop that you need to buy before it goes away.
Basically. Yeah.
And maybe in doing so, you will save the internet and gaming history.
Possibly. I really hope so. The thing is, Nintendo, with their decision to take down the eShop on the Wii U and the 3DS, is taking down a lot of very expensive games to collect for cheap. They're cheap. Like, okay, I'll just get into it. Harvest Moon, shout out to this game, which you can get for, I want to say, $6 to $8 on the eShop on your Wii U.
Harvest Moon is a PlayStation 1 game?
It's a Super Nintendo game, Jordan.
It's a Super Nintendo game. You can see that I know a lot about video games.
People like Harvest Moon. Well, if you want, after Nintendo kills the eShop, the game is currently going for $381, according to PriceCharting yesterday.
Okay.
Okay. You know, like, so if we ever cover Harvest Moon on this show, it's gonna not be the legit cart. It's gonna be the digital Wii U version, which I'm gonna pick up.
All right, that's fine. Why would somebody play Harvest Moon these days instead of just playing like Stardew Valley or something?
I don't know. Why would somebody pay $381 for Harvest Moon? I don't know.
Well, you're asking the wrong person. It must be good. Okay, so how much does it go on the Wii Shop?
Like, I think $6 or $8. I think it depends.
$6 or $8.
I think the Game Boy Advance games are like $8. I think something else is $7 and something else is $6. I can't remember. I got another one though.
That was very informative. Thank you.
Another one, Jordan, that you should pick up before Nintendo kills the eShop, and that is Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Wii.
Metroid Prime Trilogy, the game that has been rumored to be coming to the Nintendo Switch since the very first day the Switch launched.
Let's hope so. That game,
we have not seen anything to hint that is actually happening.
Get yourself a digital download of that for $20 instead of paying $100.
Does it come with...
for the loose disc?
$100? Wait, it's all on one disc? All 3 games?
Apparently. And it's $130 complete in box. So Metroid Prime Trilogy, that's going away with Nintendo. Old Yeller's the eShop.
My favorite Metroid Prime game is Metroid Prime Hunters for the Nintendo DS because I couldn't afford an Xbox or Halo or Xbox Gold or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So that was my Halo when I was younger.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime Hunters. It was the only way to get some first-person shooter online action going on.
I don't know what to tell you about that.
Do they have that one in the trilogy? Is that part of the trilogy?
So. Although I think you can pick that up on the eShop.
Wow.
I think it's available.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. Also, I noticed, I think you can get a lot of these games on Amazon, like digital codes for the Wii U on Amazon. So that's another option. If you want to go through Amazon as your portal and then put a code on the eShop or something else.
Yeah, I mean,
especially because
Jeff Bezos doesn't have enough money. So if we could just find ways to give him some more, that would be great.
After August, Nintendo's not going to allow you to add funds, from what I've heard, to your account anymore. So the shop is open till March, but you can't add funds after August. So Amazon may be a very, very viable way to pick up these games.
If you want to add fun to your Wii U, but you're unable to add funds, maybe Amazon will be a good option for you.
Maybe. I appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
You made.
E for effort. Okay.
E for effort.
Anything else?
I don't think so. We got Patreon now.
We do.
Patreon's a thing. You can support us over there. You get extra podcasts at the $5 tier. Super worth it or worthless. All Stars Deluxe. This month we're going to be doing an episode. If it's not out when you hear this, it will be out sometime this month. What's better, Super Mario 3 or Super Mario World? We're going to run that through scientific data and algorithms to objectively decide for the internet.
Yeah. Or something.
And some other perks, of course. And then you can get early access to the show and voting privileges and stuff like that. Insight on regular Worth It or Worthless at the $2 tier.
Voting privileges on polls for this show. This will not allow you to vote in any national or state elections. Just wanted to clear that up.
Thank you.
I know you always want to make sure that there's no shenanigans going on.
Patreon.com/worthitorworthless or worthitorworthless.com/Patreon. But other than that, Jordan, I think that's about it. I think that's all we got. So we'll see you. Does Mario Kart 64 have coins?
No.
Oh, good.
Why?
Coins are the worst Mario
your
Kart.
irrational hatred of coins in Mario Kart. But whatever. I mean,
no, it's just bad. All right. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
See ya.
Bye. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, we'd greatly appreciate it if you left us a rating or review wherever you're listening, and if you shared the show with other retro gaming fans in your life. If you're looking for more retro gaming content, check out worthitorworthless.com, where you can find things like reviews, guides, game recommendations, and of course, all of our relevant links. So I hope you have a great day. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks.